everybody, this is Kristen with Washington County 4-H. I hope y'all are doing great on this Thursday afternoon. So today we're going to learn 5 things that we can do with our dog. So get ready, it's going to be a really fun. All right guys, so this is the star of the show today. This is Bo. He knows his name, don't you? He is almost 5, he'll be 5 next month, and he is a Bernese Mountain Dog. So he is a working dog. Me and Bo are actually a therapy team, so he's actually really missing doing some work. Bernese Mountain Dogs are working dogs. So today we're going to do 5 things with Bo. Bo is ready to work today. He knows I have fun treats in my pocket, right? Ready to do some work? Okay, Bo. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, and it's the first activity, is make sure we have a bridge word with our dogs. So bridge words are really critical. It's a good foundation piece when you're trying to teach your dog something new. So a bridge word signifies that they're on the path of doing something correctly. So if you want to train your dog to do something new, make sure you have a bridge word. So Bo's bridge word is yes. So he knows when he hears the word yes, he's doing something correctly. So if you are experienced with training your dog, or if you're not, it's always good to revisit these foundation pieces. So practicing with the bridge word, so every time you hear something yes, he's doing something good. Good job, Bo. Yes. You sat down for me earlier and you're doing good. Okay, the second thing that we're going to talk about today is teaching your dog an attention command. An attention command are pretty critical, so if you want to train your dog to do something new, you always got to make sure you have their focused attention. It's really great command, especially if you're going to step into a show ring. You want your dog to work, you want your dog to be listening to you, so having a command that's really solid that they respond to, that you know that they will look at you and you have their undivided attention. So for Bo, his attention command is look at me. Good job. Yes. Good boy. Yes. So he knows we're doing some work today. So let's see if we can get him to be unfocused. Come here, Bo. Good job. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Okay. Now, so I'm going to put a treat. Now, Bo's pretty good with the look at me command. So I'm kind of messing with stuff in my pocket and he's not really looking at me. Let's see if I can take his attention away. Look at me, Bo. Yes, good boy. Now you can always increase the difficulty of this. So I have a treat in my hand. I'm going to put my hand out in a T formation so it's away from me, but I want him to look at me in the eyes. Look at me. Yes, good boy. Look at me. Yes. Yes. Good job. Look at me. Yes. Look at me. Bo. Good job. You can also increase the difficulty by delaying when you reward. Right, Bo? You did a good job. Okay. So, talked about bridge words. We talked about an attention command. Now this one's kind of fun. The next thing we're going to talk about is just smiling with your dog. Okay, so smiling with your dog and just taking a break in your day is really important, especially in times like this. Thanks, Bo. So dogs have evolved to be experts at reading our body language. I know, thank you, Bo. And so they really know when we're happy because there's a lot of muscles in our face, and so they're really good at knowing when we're happy, we're sad, we're frustrated. So just taking a few moments to just kind of relax with your dog and just smile with them is really fun to do, and it's a great way to bond with your dog. Come here, Bo. Come here. Yes, it, Bo. Okay, let's scoot up. Okay. So when we just spend some time looking at our dog, what's really happening for us and for them is that hormones being released called oxytocin. Oxytocin is a social bonding hormone. Especially in times like this where we're not being able to see our friends and our loved ones and our coworkers and our teachers and our neighbors, it's really critical just to kind of just take a moment and just center yourself and just feel more bonded with your pet. So this may seem like a silly activity, but just taking a moment to just smile and just appreciate them and have them appreciate you is really good for our health. Right, Bo? That's a good boy. Oh, thank you for being such a good boy today. Oh, okay, on to the next one. Okay, so the fourth thing that we're going to talk about today is a place command. You ready, Bo? Yes, good boy. So we're going to teach a place command today. So having a place that is positive for your dog is really critical. So for Bo, it is, we call it the BLANKET. When he was a puppy, he used to have a crate, and so we used to do crate time, but now we do blanket time. So, you ready for blanket time? You don't even have to have anything really fun or fancy. For me, it's just this blanket that Bo's had his whole life. This is your favorite blanket, right? So blanket time is great. Good job, Bo. He knows every time he goes to his blanket, when I ask him to, something positive is gonna happen. So it's really great when people come and knock on the door, or we have a delivery, or friends are coming over. Good job. He can go to a place and he's kind of out of the way. So if you are trying to do homework and your dogs are kind of like in your way and you want them to go to a place that's positive and fun, teaching this command is really critical. So what you can do is once your dog, if you're teaching this command for the first time, the first thing to do is bring them to the place that you want to take them to. Maybe it's a towel, maybe it's a blanket, maybe it's their crate, and just have them sit in there. And then to really increase the difficulty is you can throw the treat so they know once they're there, not the best of throwing, something positive is going to happen. We also use this command a lot when Bo gets something to chew on. It's really nice because then it doesn't get the carpet all dirty. Good job, Bo. Good blanket time. Good job. Come here. You want to try it again? Come here, Bo. Yes. Sit. Good boy. Blanket time. Yes. Good boy. See, he knows where exactly to go, so it's a really good place command. So go to crate, go to bed, go to blanket, are all really great commands. Okay, so last but not least, the fifth activity that I want you guys to do is research and create a Venn diagram. I'm an animal scientist, so you know I always like researching. So a Venn diagram is a visual way to compare and contrast things. Doesn't always have to be circles, it can be any kind of shape. So I drew this today. I'm actually pretty proud of myself, I'm not good at drawing. So I want you guys to do is create a Venn diagram that will compare and contrast service animals, emotional support animals, and therapy animals. So I want you to do this. And for each segment, I want you to write down at least 2 things, and I want you guys to include at least 3 resources. Okay, so for this, the way that Venn diagrams work is when there are no overlaps with the shape that you choose, like these circles, that means that there are characteristics that are unique to that thing. So for this segment right here, it'll be 2 things that are unique to emotional support animals that do not have any similarities to service animals and therapy animals. The same thing for these other segments. Oh, it's hard to do this one-sided. Right here. So this would be 2 things that are unique to service animals that do not have any similarities to emotional support or therapy animals. But the interesting thing, this is what's cool about Venn diagrams, is when there are overlaps, like this. Ooh, I'm gonna get creative and do it like this. So for this segment right here, there's an overlap between the circle for the emotional support animals and for therapy animals. So I want you to write 2 things that emotional support animals and therapy animals have in common, but are not in common with service animals. So those segments are actually kind of really hard to do, so this is the challenge. And then in the middle, this segment right here, I want you to write down 2 things that are shared by service animals, emotional support animals, and therapy animals, okay? And also, so you can draw on a piece of paper like I did. There are other ways to do this. You can use shapes in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, Google Documents. There's a lot of really fun ways that you can do this. So get creative, and I'm really curious to see what you guys come up with. So once again, this was 5 things that you can do with your dog. I'm really excited to do more of these videos. You get points for each one of these activities that you do. So you can do all of them. You can do just 1 or 2 of them, whatever you want to do. We're here to stay connected and to learn together. So this is a really fun challenge, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. I miss y'all. I know Bo misses everybody too. So thanks for tuning in. I'm really excited to see your comments and to see what you guys come up with. Till next time.